Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is the third part of this install, which I didn't really want it to be, but time wasn't quite with us. But today what I'm going to do is, as you can see, I didn't think you'd want to see all the boring part of me taking this apart, but today is actually wiring this up and fixing it up here to make it look nice and neat, and put it across, and then put the grommet through and put all the wires through as well. So we're going to be doing that today, and then we'll carry on with installing it on the reverse light. I think it's this one. Let's crack on. Right, I'm gonna put some heat shrink on there, so once I've done the soldering I can protect it. So I'm going to twist these wires together. The only reason why I'm doing this is because the wire that they supply is so thin, when you restrip it you end up breaking strands off. So that's twisted on. So what I'm going to do is tin the solder. And there we go, that's soldered. So now I'm going to put the heat shrink over it. I have done quite a lot of heat shrink, but that's just me. This is real thin heat shrink. Right, I'll gun that up now. Yeah, done. Right, now that's done, all I'm going to do is just tape that up to that, and maybe just put some insulation tape just around it, just make it look neat. And there we have it. So now what I'm going to do is tie wrap that to the original wiring loom. Tie wrap that there and there, and then it should look neat, and then we can put the cover back on. There we go, it's all loomed in to the existing wiring loom. It's all tidy, it won't go anywhere, and yeah, I'm happy with that. So what we've done now is we've fitted everything back up. I pulled this off and fed the wires through the roof lining, so it's down here. So your plug for your rear lights, I've just disconnected it because I want to splice into there with the camera power. So it gives you, when you put it in reverse, it gives you power to your camera. So we're going to splice that in, feed this video lead all the way to the front, and then connect that, plug that in, connect that to the stereo on its back pink wire, and should work. Let's get on with it. So you can see the car's been put in reverse without starting it, obviously. So now what I'm going to do is unplug the plug again, so I know that's the reverse light's only working. So I'm going to get my multimeter, put it at 20 volts, and then see which one's live, and then I'll know which colour it is. Right, so on the plug. There's the earth, that's the earth connection. So I'm gonna, it's still in reverse, so none of the other lights should be on. So when it hits 12 volts or below or above, we know that we've got the reverse. There we go, we've got reverse. So check the others. Nothing, 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 nothing. So the one we need is the brown, green with a browny orangey colour. So we need that one and the earth. Those are the two that we need to splice into. You could actually alternatively put the earth onto the chassis or anywhere on the metal bit, but I'll just stick it onto there. Right, solder 2 wires on with two extra bits of wire, but just be careful that nothing touches at the minute. But I just want to show you that it's still working. The car's in reverse, 12 volts. So we take it out of reverse, nothing. Put it in reverse, 12 volts, out of reverse. Right, I've taped it up, take the original wiring loom, got the negative and positive. What I'm going to use are bullet connectors, so I want to be able to take it out if I need to, if the camera goes faulty, but I know it's going to be a bit long-winded. I'll probably all cut it all out anyway, but it's nice to have bullet connectors on, so you can take it apart and off, plus they're really strong connections when you get them together. You've got a male and a female. What I've learned is you always put the covered one on the positive side, and then you can always put that on the negative side. So whatever gives power, you put one of these covered ones on, so it doesn't short out anywhere. So I'm going to twist these wires up, bend it a bit so it's like that, and then put it in so it's stopped. I always like the ratchet crimpers, because once you've gone full tight, the release, so you know that you've crimped it properly. There you go, that's one. That's a solid crimp. And now the earth. I forgot to mention, you got dots on there in relation to what crimps you're using. So now on this wire you got your red, so you put the male side, because this wire isn't giving you any power, so you can get away with putting the one of them on your red and then black on the other side. But whatever gives power is the most important side that you do that. Right, I've tidied the wiring up. As you can see, all the tie wraps here with the existing wiring loom. I've crimped them on, crimped the wires, so now you've got your positive to your positive in, and your negative, and there we have it. That's That's your wire. That's your rear camera for power when it's on reverse. Sorted. Now we've only got this wire to feed right to the front. Right, as you can see, I've tie wrapped it all together. There you go. So that's going to get nicely tucked away, and I'm just going to cut all of these off. And now I'm just going to plug this in. Nice click. There we go. Everything's in. So now we've got all that wired up and just want to do a quick test. So I'm going to stick it in reverse and it should light up. And there we have it. I know that section works, so when I plug it in, it should all activate. Done is taken the wire, and I'll put all the panels back, put all the wire down through there, lifted this seat, tucked it into the plastic, through here, onto the wiring loom here, tucked it right in, pushed it in, and then all the way across. So I tie wrapped it all the way along here to the existing wiring loom, through there and up, and then it'll go through there and up to the stereo. Right, now we're going to take the stereo out on all this panel here to feed this wire, well, not feed, connect this wire up. I'm going to do all of this off camera. I'm sure you've seen this dozens of times of other people's YouTube channels, so I'll do this off camera and then we'll be back. So what I'm doing now is putting bullet connectors onto here instead of soldering, so it can be disconnected quite easily. So because the power's coming through here, we're going to put one of these in and this onto here because it's sending a signal to that. So you're getting a signal off this to that when it's in reverse. So I'll just put these on. Because this wire is not that thick, what I'm going to do is double it up. You'll probably say you don't do that, so that's on solid. I had to extend, well, put thicker wire on. That's a 22 gauge, and that is really small gauge wire, so crimping would not work on that. I don't think Scotch locks would work on that. Well, it wouldn't. I don't think it would work perfect. Probably get a hit and miss signal. So what I'm going to do is wire it through and then test it out. Right, I've plugged it all in. And what I'm going to do now is turn the car on. Well, I'm just going to put it on ignition just to activate the reverse. So put it into reverse. There we go. I think that ends this episode of all the videos now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, give it the thumbs up and subscribe.